Well, good evening, YouTube. Thought I would just do a vehicle update on the Chevy Volt. This is our 2015 Chevy Volt that we purchased about a year and a half ago to replace our 2012 Chevy Volt. We're getting close to 40,000 miles, 39,514 miles, and I honestly don't have much to report on this car. My son's been driving it pretty much all summer. He was commuting to a job that was probably close to a 30 to 35 mile round trip commute, so he would actually consume most of the battery range. I don't think he was. I told him about the hold mode and about using it on the highway and all that, so I don't know if he was that disciplined about it or not. So he would actually just, he was actually commuting a lot in rush hour traffic, so I don't know if hold would have benefited him much or not. So he had some regenning and things like that. But right now the car is doing about anywhere from like 40 to 45 miles of EV range. It's basically been relatively trouble free. If I were to do an ownership report for the past year and a half, the only thing that I had really go wrong on the car was the driver's side window regulator failed. It fell into the door, basically the window, and Chevrolet CPO warranty covered it, no questions asked. The car is technically 5 years old, so I will need to bring it in for a 5-year maintenance service, which I believe involves changing out the 3 coolant loops for the drive system, the battery pack, and the engine. So, and then also probably get an oil change in there as well. If I scroll through our menu, we're down to about 21% of oil life, probably due to the engine running due to temperature over the winter, and then some engine only runs the summer. The car was taken on a couple of extended trips. As far as overall MPG, by the time it fills up the tank, it's not the most disciplined about resetting the trip odometer, so about 13 gallons over 2,800 miles, almost 2,900 miles, 13.3 gallons, 215 mpg. That's actually very decent for commuting. So no real complaints about that. Overall, I reset the trip B since we bought the car. We put about 9,200 miles on it, and so we use about 65 gallons of gas over 142 mpg. Again, very happy. This car does see some extended use outside its EV range, which is one reason why we got a Volt. There's really no range anxiety. Lifetime is 168 mpg, and I guess we bought this car, in the low 30,000 mile range. It was a lease return from California, so really, I'm pretty happy with the performance. Our temperature, this is like September. Temps are starting to dip a bit, 46 degrees. It's kind of funny. When you notice our temperatures drop, the tire pressures drop as well. Normally I like to keep them up above 38 to 42 psi, and I just got back from about a 14 mile round trip. So I would like to bump these up a little bit. So it's kind of interesting how the temperature plays with that. So cool overcast day. Otherwise, I really don't have any other complaints. It's the typical Volt complaints. Being a taller guy, it's kind of uncomfortable getting in and out of it, but once you're seated, it's perfectly fine. And, feature-wise, the 2015 has a few more bells and whistles than the 2012 did. Collision alert, lane assist, things like that. They're actually pretty useful. So, also I do like hold mode. I like the option of actually forcing a gas engine run on the highway. And we've been getting anywhere from, I think the worst I've ever seen is probably the mid-30s. It was during like a cold weather event, but we've gotten like 42 to 45 mpg on the highway just running it on gas alone. So very happy with that as well. Otherwise, not much else to report. It's kind of funny, got the different vehicles here. Got the old Dodge Dakota and the Chevy Volt, so quite a study in contrasts, and I do like them both very much. Anyway, talk to everybody later. Have a great evening, and try to get another video soon.